get it if I want it. Gotta make to myself a promise. I won't quit, keep going till I got it. I won't give up till I'm on top. Yo, no, I ain't the type to give up. If I do something, then I do it till I get what I want. I turn a business out of
Hello and welcome back to another episode of the Legendary Sports Podcast. I'm Jared Michelson.
And I'm Antoine Beeks.
Hey, so today we got some good stuff coming for you guys. We're doing a little bit of remote today, we're going to probably do this once or twice a week. We'll see how it kind of works, fit on schedules and stuff like that, but we got some good stuff, so we're going to talk about, hold on right here, I lost my spot here. Where was it? Oh, the injuries, right, and the Jonathan Taylor trade, and see kind of what that looks like. But then we're going to talk injuries and who that helps, who that hurts, and we're going to kind of do a deep dive on there for some of the key name players. So, Antoine, talk to me. What do you think about Jonathan Taylor, man? What's going on here?
Hey, man, I think he's tired of losing. I think he's tired of losing. I think he doesn't like I don't think he likes the direction that the franchise is going in. And, I mean, I'd be ready to be out too. I think what he's also seeing, man, is those NBA guys kind of taking hold of their future and, demanding trades and figuring out where they want to go, putting themselves in the best position possible to win. And then third on that list, you see what they doing to the running backs, man. He got about 1 or 2 more years before they just try to throw this man out the league, So
fair.
I understand what he's doing. I understand what he's doing.
Nope, I definitely get it. So, man, we will. So if he's getting traded, where do you think he's going to go?
That's tough, man. That's tough. He wants to go to a winning situation. And if you think about him going to a winning situation, a lot of those winning situations already have running backs.
Gotcha.
Right? I mean, you think about the Broncos. Or not the Broncos, but the Ravens. I think that'd be a good fit.
Yep.
But where do they go from there? They're so invested in J.K. Dobbins, and Gus Edwards. It's like, where do you go? I mean, if we think about all the contending places that he can go, Bills just signed Damian Harris, right? But the Bengals, Joe Mixon,
yep,
right? The Chiefs, Isaiah Pacheco, right? You go on the NFC side, San Francisco 49ers, Christian McCaffrey, and then the Vikings.
Ooh,
the Vikings could be a good fit for him.
Yeah, if they don't see Alexander as the guy.
Dalvin Cook though, so I don't see that happening.
I mean,
right?
I know
They just got rid of Dalvin Cook.
I get that, but he's still a young man. He's still the guy, and everybody keeps saying, oh, his back injury and stuff like that. Well, he's saying that's not. He doesn't know what everybody's talking about with that back injury stuff. He's just like, his back ain't hurt. His ankle was hurt from last year, but like they're adding on these extra things. He's getting tired of getting blasted by the media. But I think a spot like that would be good because I think he's healthier than he's claiming. I think it's more of his stuff as a standout than anything. Because why come back for a team that isn't going to give you the contract, isn't going to give you the love, right? So it's like the Vikings will be good. I do agree with that. There are a bunch of loaded teams, as you mentioned a little bit ago, so it's hard to say. And he's not going to go to somebody who's not going to contend, right? He needs to be somewhere where contention status is there. So, what if he goes to New York, though? What if he goes to New York, like, hey, Breece Hall, we'll trade Breece Hall over. We'll take Jonathan Taylor because he's already established. Aaron Rodgers wants to win right now.
I mean, in that case, right, what do you give up in return? There is places like the Jets. There is places like New England who always seem to be in the mix, right? You get a good, solid running back like that. They kind of made some noise last year. You got, hey, the Jaguars, Travis Etienne. Sorry, buddy, but they were right there.
That would be interesting.
You know,
ETN
you
would be
got
interesting.
places like the Chargers, Austin Eckler. You're out of here, man.
There's
There's a lot of different places,
Austin
man.
Eckler, the guy who put up some of the most fantasy points. You think they'd just be like, see ya?
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
No
Yes.
way.
Yes, dude. I think they get him out of there. I mean, you got teams like that that are on the cusp of winning, that they do have young backs and they do have featured backs and stuff like that. But I mean, they get them up out of there for sure.
Fair. Yeah, it'll be interesting to kind of see what kind of comes out of that situation as far as, if the team kind of heals that relationship or if they end up just kind of moving on and be like, you know what, man, we'll give you what you want. We don't need this. We're rebuilding anyway. We don't want to pay whatever contract you're trying to get. Let's just use who we got for now and just start from there. Forget about it.
Here's the thing, man. Like, I don't think you can repair something like that.
I don't know. Green Bay did it with Aaron Rodgers. There was all kinds of turmoil there, and all of a sudden, now they're all on good terms, and everybody's lovey-dovey and all that stuff.
He was just taking that money because they wasn't trying to trade him.
Oh, yeah?
So he was just taking the money. And then look what he did. He never showed up to OTAs. He never showed up to
yeah, but a lot of vets don't need to do all that extra stuff anyway, though. They don't care.
Yeah, well, you got receivers that ain't never caught a pass from you, and they stunk it up last year in Green Bay. All the way until like the 10th game of the season, week 10, and then he started to connect with some of those young guys. If he shows up to OTAs and kind of get some of that training done with those guys, or even fly some of those guys out to where he's at.
Let him sling, baby. Let him sling.
Nah, that's why they stunk it up, man. That is why they stunk it up.
That is a good possibility. I'd like to argue, but that is a good possibility. So
that's why,
nice.
Hey, man. That's why when you see guys like DK and AJ Brown come into the league after working with some of their quarterbacks during the offseason right away, they came into the league just booming, man. And then you got what's his name? Christensen and what's the other guy?
For the Packers?
Yeah.
Romeo Doubs and Christian Watson.
Romeo Doubs. Yeah.
Yep. Christian Watson, Romeo Doubs.
And you got those guys stinking it up for half the season, man.
Well, hold on. Some of these guys were off and on hurt and different stuff like that. So let's chill out with some of this, man. Let's chill out with some of this.
Season, man. I don't care. I don't want to hear no ups and downs. They had a game here and game. No, they stunk it up, man.
That's
they didn't start winning games until week 10.
Well, we'll see what happens, as time comes. We'll see what that. But we got more injuries on top of this. We got more stuff to dive through on top of this one. Jonathan Taylor's a big name, but we got some other big names. We got Cooper Kupp, Kyler Murray, Joe Burrow, J.K. Dobbins, Rashad Bateman. We got some people to comb through. So let's transition. Let's talk about some more people that maybe we can.
Wait. Talk about Jonathan Taylor. He's an injury now. He's in injury.
Yeah, but we already started talking about Jonathan Taylor. So let's move away from Jonathan Taylor. Let's talk about some Murray. Let's talk about. Or are you trying to talk about? Are you talking about who's going to replace Jonathan Taylor?
Yeah, he's
injured
now.
But then we need to jump to Zach Moss because we know Jonathan Taylor's holding out. There's multiple reasons why he'll be on the side. There's too many reasons for Jonathan Taylor. There's trade talks that he wants out of there. There's the injury that he supposedly still has with his ankle, his back, and then there's the contract piece, right? So there's too many pieces with Jonathan. So we know all that. But
he's injured?
Yeah, all that stuff. So supposedly, right? So, but who's going to be the one to replace that, right? If you're trying to ask who's going to fill the void, it's either going to be the rookie running back. Let me see if I can find his name here. I just had him up here a second ago. Evan Hull, so their 5th round draft pick in his last year's draft, or back to Deion Jackson again, who actually showed out pretty well. In replacement of Jonathan Taylor last year. I used him and I won some weeks because of him. So that's an opportunity. What do you think?
Zeke!
You think they're going to sign Zeke?
Out there, and this is why teams need to go and sign players like Zeke, man. And I'll leave it there.
Fair.
I want Zeke on someone's roster.
That is a reason to go and sign Zeke. So but if anything, I think, I don't know if they And maybe they'll put a vet out there just to give the vet some money. I guess just can't see signing some of these vets if they're in the rebuilding. Like, why do these vets want to go there? I'm looking at it from the vet perspective, I guess, of why do they even want to be there? You know, like if you're at 28, 29, you're not trying to rebuild. You're not trying to be a part. You're trying to compete for a championship.
Well, you could go there and show that you still got it if you ain't in the league. If
Yeah,
I'm 28,
but then you
29
lose
years
it. But
old
then,
and I ain't getting paid right now, I'm trying to go improve it and win some fantasy games.
But then you're just jeopardizing yourself at the same time, though. What if you get hurt?
It's the name of the game.
Hey, man, I'm just saying, if I'm going to go get hurt, I'm going to get hurt on a championship. I'm going to be Melvin Gordon, right? I'm going to get hurt on the Kansas City Chiefs roster. That's the roster I'm trying to get hurt. I'm not trying to get hurt on
that roster.
Hold on. I'm not trying to get hurt on a rebuild team. I'm trying to get hurt on a team that's got a chance to win.
Melvin Gordon's going to get an A on a group project that he is never a part of.
Oh, yeah?
Hey, so check this out, though, right? We talked about...
I just switched it up. Sorry. I should have started this recording earlier. That's on me. I started it on the other thing. Don't worry about it. Just keep going. Keep going.
Okay. We talked about one of these guys earlier, and it's your guy, J.K. Dobbins. How do you feel about him, man? He's injured right now.
Yeah, so I want him back because from a talent standpoint, I think he's still got it. He did come back early, but last season, but I think he's still okay. I think he'll still heal up just fine and can be the guy. You know, I think he's in that Saquon Barkley, not skill set, but youth level where he can come back and still come, even though he came back early, just like Saquon did, come back and find his way, right? But I don't know if I care because Gus Edwards is so good in replacement of that why? And Lamar's going to run more, so just let him rest. Let him sit. Let Gus Edwards be the guy. Get Gus Edwards in like the 10th, 11th round. You got a starting running back right now. And Gus puts up numbers. He's the type of player that Baltimore loves. He's a physical, grimy, willing to just deliver hit after hit. Like, why not? Get Lamar out of that situation so he doesn't take those hits. Let him option to Gus Edwards and just let him get pounded. That's what he's built for.
I don't like the way. Hey, I'm sorry. I know you're a Baltimore Ravens fan. Look, my hands is up. I'm sorry. But I don't like the way they run their organization, man. I think J.K. Dobbins should be the starting running back right now. He should be healthy. But who are their team doctors? They try to rush Lamar back last year. Lamar says, no, I'm not playing. Cost them a very good chance of making a deep playoff run. You bring J.K. Dobbins back early. He gets hurt. Bring Gus Edwards back early. He gets hurt. Justice Hill plays a lot of games last year. Gus Edwards comes back. J.K. Dobbins misses a lot of time. It's like, what is going on over there with their medical staff?
To make some money. How do you know it's not them trying to make money on their rookie contracts?
Yeah, man, I think that is something to do with their medical staff. Lamar Jackson wasn't trying to make money. He was trying to be healthy, and they was trying to force that man onto the field.
You know, they ran with Tyler Huntley for the rest of the season. They ran with him so much.
Man, Jim Harbaugh was trying to, hey, listen, you must have had Lamar Jackson on your fantasy team last year, huh?
No, I haven't had Lamar in a while yet, actually.
Hey, Lamar Jackson.
But that's a different story for our QB day where we talk about people who draft QBs too early. That's a different conversation. So.
Okay. I'll leave it alone. Yeah. I think I'll just leave it at this. Gus Edwards is a great starting running back that you guys should be looking for in about the 6th or 7th round. If you can get Gus Edwards in a 6th or 7th round, he's going to give you some production. It may not be top tier 1 level type running back stuff, but he will give you some tier 3, you know, and on a good day, on a good Sunday, a tier 2 type level of play.
I have is where you drafting him then. Where do you feel comfortable drafting a J.K. Dobbins if you think he still can come back and give some love if he is a, you know, not RB2 but RB3?
that's the thing. I don't know if I don't know if I touch J.K. Dobbins until about the 11th or 12th round, just depending on what your draft looks like, just because you don't know his injury status.
Gotcha.
If his injury status was clear, if he would have stayed out and missed, you know, 10 weeks last year and played and he looked good going into the ending of the season and then started this season healthy, he's dealing with something he's been dealing with last year. He's had a whole off season to rehab and he's still hurt. So I think there might be more to it than what we know.
Gotcha. Well, we'll find out and see. But so that leaves some good opportunity then to look at some maybe some other talent that might benefit from some other injuries that are going on the team. So if you don't feel comfortable getting a J.K. Dobbins or don't want to go with that, what about since Breece Hall is injured? What about going for Michael Carter? Maybe he's the guy you go for instead for a little bit, and you grab a Breece Hall Michael Carter combination somewhere along the way.
Oh man, I hate that Breece Hall got hurt. He was starting to come on strong. I think that's another guy you keep your eyes out on in a late 11, 12, 13th round of your draft, depending on where it goes. Because coming back from injury is one of those things that's very, very hard to deal with, and very hard to gauge. Not knowing has he been hit, what's been going on, how his knee is reacting, if it's going to react the proper way after even being out so long. I kind of stay away from Michael Carter, though. I don't think that Michael Carter, just because Breece Hall is out, I don't think Michael Carter is the clear-cut guy, or else they don't go out and get James Robinson last year, right?
No, he's not the clear-cut guy, but he is the guy that keeps remaining in the number 2 spot, right? Well, I shouldn't say keeps. Yeah, he is, because the gig will get James Robinson. Guess who they got rid of already? But guess what they kept around?
Zaven Knight.
Donovan Knight.
What's his name?
Zonovan. Yeah.
Knight. Hey, listen, I've been hearing some good things, man. I think they're gonna share that backfield.
Yeah. I mean, it's going to be a combination between both of them because I know they don't fully trust either one of them. And they even went and got a pick on top of everything in the 5th round of last year's draft. So Israel, Abanikanda, I don't know if I can even say that last name, but I'm trying. But so they have some depth that they'll probably just go in rotation. So I get it. So maybe Michael Carter is not the guy. Maybe he is the lead guy. Maybe he's not. Something to keep eye on as camp moves on to see if Israel or Zonovan kind of make a leap either way, or if Michael Carter holds number 2 just because of his experience there. I guess we'll see. So we'll find out.
They got the first preseason game. All eyes will be on, and we'll see what's happening there. But we're talking about number 2 guys and guys to keep an eye on due to injury. What about Jonathan Williams for the Denver Broncos? Javonte Williams. I'm sorry, I don't know why I called him Jonathan. Javonte.
Names, man, where you at with these names?
Hey, Williams. I know his last name is Williams.
Oh my God! Yeah, there's tons of Williams. There's even
half the NFL is Williams, right?
Yeah, tons of Williams. Shoot.
How do you feel about Javonte Williams and his backup?
First off, I need him to come back because I have a rookie card that I need him to step up so I can sell this thing, man. I got some other stock in this, man. But from a health standpoint, I want him coming back. He's a beast. Oh my goodness! When he trucked Marlon Humphreys a few years of his rookie year and just putting work and dragging men down the field, I want him back. But that being said, I don't know how ready he actually is. He's still struggling with the knee injury and stuff like that. Still hasn't fully been participating as of August 2nd. So it's, and I don't know if I really care about that offense enough to. Samaje Perine's fine. He's the one who's got the top spot in the backup right now. Maybe he's the guy. Maybe he's the one that they use. And maybe he's worth investing in. Late round, 8, 9, 10, somewhere in there. Grab him. You have the RB1 for the Broncos. The RB1's going to get work, probably going to get some goal line opportunity as norm. So I would say, if Javonte's not healthy and ready, even though I do want him, I would grab Samaje, grab Javonte, this is your cuff situation that we kind of talked about the other day. Cuff them both, have them ready. So that's what I think.
I'm not a big fan of Samaje Perine.
I think he's better than people think he is.
I don't think he's better than some guys that's out there in free agents.
Well, yeah, but that's not. No, man. Of course, he's not better than some of the free agents. And but I would probably say, as far as like gas left in the tank, he's probably got as much gas left in the tank as Zeke does. Zeke looked like he had no juice left. Oh man, that was a hard situation to watch, man. I like Zeke and all that stuff, but we're talking from a fantasy and a football standpoint. There was like, oh my goodness, there was. Why do you think he's not there? Why do you think they're not there for a reason? This guy that they invested in, added a contract, and then what?
Boom, then he's gone, right?
And he's gone. So when we talk about got some juice, what are we talking about here, man? I don't want Zeke. If they're willing to put the contract down, then get rid of you, it's one thing, right? That's no. Like they don't sign you, then they bye.
Man, I don't know, man. We'll have to see about Samaje Perine, man. We'll have to see about Samaje Perine.
But would this be a good spot for Cook or for Net or some of these other free agents that are hanging out there in the RB?
Kenyon Drake.
And you're gonna keep pitching that name.
Man, he did a lot of work for you guys last year. But Leonard Fournette, though, man, I see Leonard Fournette being a good back there. He runs hard. He runs good.
Yeah,
I think he gets some of that play action stuff for Russ. So Russ could try to take some of those deep shots down the field to Cortland Sutton and go from there.
Fair. Yeah, and don't forget, you still got the Hunt out there.
That is true. That is very, very true.
Yep.
It's very unfortunate, man, that all of these guys are going down with knee injuries.
For sure.
You got a guy in Cooper Kupp who just literally obliterated the league a couple years ago, and now he just can't stay healthy.
So let's talk more about that. Who does that benefit? Who does that hurt? Who does him being out benefit? Any receivers, anybody on that roster that could fill the void to help out Matt Stafford? Does it hurt Matt Stafford? It does.
It definitely hurts Matt Stafford. I don't think that it helps anybody, because it's not like he's a downfield deep threat receiver as like a Tyreek Hill, or to kind of stretch the defense and take the defense, take it off the top. That's what Van Jefferson is for, to take guys deep, and Tutu Atwell to take those guys over the top. I don't think that they have any guys that is gonna help at all.
Any love in that receiving corps, huh? Nobody's gonna take the next leap to kind of help them out. Not Ben Skowronek or anything like that.
Ben Skowronek.
Yeah,
I think he has a little bit of the Cooper Kupp in him, but
what about Puka? Puka Nakua, their 5th round draft pick, last year's draft. What about that, man? You don't think he can come in and be the guy?
No. No, I think it hurts the Rams all the way around. Even let's look at their running back situation, man. Mm-hmm. Cam Akers couldn't stay healthy last year. Kieran Williams, Zach Evans, like these guys, man. If I'm anybody, I'm staying away from LA Rams players.
Yeah, I think I'm in agreement with you on that. That's one thing I agree. I don't know if I can trust any of the Rams. It just feels like it just feels like a little more skilled version of when Baker Mayfield was there. It just feels like here's when Baker Mayfield was on the field, and then this is where they stepped up to this year. Like It's just nothing in that tank and any of those tanks without Cooper Cup. He basically provides the offense because he takes double coverage, right? So he gives those other receivers a chance. Without that, unless these guys step up,
then how does Matt Stafford come back off that elbow injury?
Fair. Very fair. Now, what is he going to look like? You know, it's going to be.
It sounds like he's been looking pretty good in camp, but that's camp. It's not a real NFL game.
Yeah, where they can't even barely look at the quarterback in camp. Yeah. Anything in the red jersey you can barely look at without getting in trouble if you get too close.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. So we're in agreement for once. We're finally in agreement on something to stay away from all of those Rams players. Guys, do not draft Cooper Kupp in the first round. Don't do it.
Okay, so let's see what we got for other options. Yeah, we don't have anybody for it. Part of me still likes Van Jefferson. I still think he could be useful. I don't, if you're just looking for somebody who could be your wide receiver 3, get enough volume. He won't be Cooper Kupp, but maybe he gets 5 targets a game, 4 catches, 60 yards.
What does that do for you? 7 points?
PPR is 10. Shoot, 4 catches for 60. You know, could be worse. Could be flatlined. So
hey, and there will be a lot. He doesn't have any intermediate routes, and I think that's what hurts him.
What if he's changed? What if he's grown up since last year? What if he's matured a lot? You know?
Oh, man.
Well, let's jump into some of the other people. We got a couple more people for the injuries. Let's dive into the tight end position. Kyle Pitts. What does that mean for Desmond? He's supposed to be against a second-year leap, right? Does this hurt Desmond? Or does he have enough weapons on that receiving corps and RB with Bijan? Is it Bijan? I forget how to say his name.
Bijan Robinson.
Yeah.
Bijan Robinson.
So, does he have enough in the tank with other parts or other players in those skill positions to be able to take the second year leap? You know?
Hey guys, stay away from Kyle Pitts. Stay away from all Atlanta players. If you can get Kyle Pitts,
Drake London's a stud. They got Matt Collins. They pulled in Scotty Miller. Oh, Scotty Miller, the burner.
I like Matt Collins, though. No lie, I like Matt Collins. Yeah, I really like Matt Collins.
Exactly.
So, Matt Collins is a dude, man. I like Matt Collins.
Okay, so don't stay away from all, because you got to remember, even you're on a bad team and a bad offense, there's still garbage time, right? So there's still opportunity to get points. So I'm looking at these trash teams for opportunities for some garbage points. I don't need grade A teams all the time. I need people to just be the main people on their trash offense. I don't care. Like, if you give me some wide receiver 3 numbers in your trash offense, that's still wide receiver 3 regardless. I don't care.
Okay, that's fair.
I'm over here digging in the garbage can, find whoever I can.
That's fair. Hey, that's fair. Hey, listen, if you can get Kyle Pitts in like the 6th or 7th round, I think that's a good spot for him.
Okay.
Last year he was going in like the 2nd and 3rd round. Yeah. I think if you can get him in the 6th or 7th round, I think you'll be okay.
Perfect. All right, so we agreed on more pieces than we think we agreed on. So we're doing
okay. So hey, look, here's one more that I'm staying away. I'm staying away from all. Sorry, Arizona Cardinals. I'm staying away from them all. Yeah, they're gonna have to show me some stuff.
I don't care if they all got the cleanest bill of health. I don't even know if I want them if they all have the cleanest bill of health. If they said we could give you a sensu bean from Dragon Ball Z that would fix all your injuries, I'd be like, you know what? That's cool, but nah, I don't want to draft any one of you with a new first-year head coach and revamped offense.
I mean, but they're decimated. They're they're killed in injuries, man. Kyler Murray, Marquise Hollywood Brown,
Yep.
Zach Ertz.
Yep.
No more Hop. Like you said, first year coach and Jonathan Gannon. I mean, it's just who's throwing the ball? And then James Conner. Can James Conner stay healthy? He's healthy now, but he's always dealing with injury. And then
it's just a gigantic fart locker over there.
Yeah, it's just a bombs away, right? What about Rondale Moore, man? I mean, this is his time to step up.
Rondale Moore. I said no. If he was on another team, if he was on, even if he was on the Rams, so we just talked about, I would be happier, feel better about Stafford. I feel better about the Rams. I feel better about at least having another, so a player getting fed on that roster, but he's not. He's on the Cardinals, so he's stuck in oblivion,
Yo, guys, we love giving you this content. We have to go.
I know. We got so much more to talk about, but we'll be back. We'll be back for more. So we appreciate you guys for sure. Appreciate you guys.
I'm Antoine.
I'm Jared.
Thanks for tuning in. You can find us on Instagram at legendary_sports podcast.
Appreciate you.
Peace.
Later.
Hey, you still recording and stuff like that, right? You can cut this out, right?